Hey guys, it's me. I'm back. I'm just about to get ready to go to work. Well, I am ready to go to work, but I just wanted to sit down and talk about my birth control journey. I know I talked to you guys like a little bit on YouTube where I was getting like headaches every single day where, I was spotting. So I switched to a different birth control. This guy here. I've been on this one for about 5 years now. I think it's time to get off of it. Now, here is my story. My parents advised me that I should go on birth control because I was sexually active. They were just concerned that, they didn't want me to accidentally get pregnant. Totally valid. Totally valid. So I went to my doctor and asked for birth control. He pretty much just prescribed me the pill. He didn't ask any questions. He didn't give me a physical, didn't give me a pap smear, nothing of that sorts. And I got the birth control and I started taking it. I got super sick. It was the beginning of COVID time, so it was like, maybe it could have been that, but I just started birth control and I got super sick. Like I was throwing up constantly. I was not okay. I probably should have stopped it right there and just figured my body out, So it's been like 7 years now, maybe a bit more. When I first started it, I was doing it a month, a week off, a month, a week off. But now that I switched like 5 years ago to this new birth control, it's been 3 months, 1 week off, 3 months, 1 week off. When I have that week off, I feel so happy. I made an appointment with my doctor on Tuesday and I want to talk to him about how I'm feeling. I have brain fog almost all the time. I don't know, when I was off birth control this last time for that week for my period, I, had a headache for 3 days and then I was okay. And then I was super happy. I felt so productive. I felt like I wanted to work out again. I felt like I, wanted to like do things. I felt like myself. And then I went back on birth control again 2 days ago and I was just dreading it. I didn't want to go back onto it. And I'm just feeling so tired, so drained. So it's like just weighing on me. I need to go on something more natural or I need to get off of it completely and track my cycle and figure myself out because that's what I want. I want to know me. I want to figure myself out. I want to track my cycle. I want to, know my follicular phase and my ovulation and, like all of the phases of my cycle. Being on birth control, I don't have any of that. I am just I feel like I'm always in just one state. I just want to figure myself out. My husband supports me 100% in doing this. I want to take you guys along with me for this journey. Good morning. It's the day before my appointment, and I spent yesterday a little bit of time with ChatGPT coming up with questions for my doctor. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I also ordered some LH strips, which are ovulation tests. I think I'm gonna wait about a month or so, like once I get my actual period, and then test every single day to see when I actually ovulate, because I have no idea. I've never done this before in my life. After being back on birth control for a week, my brain has been thinking different. It's like, oh, can you actually really do this? Like, is it actually too much for you? It's happened almost 3 times now where I've gone off birth control for a week for my period, whatever you want to call it. And my body's like, oh my God, I feel so much better. Like I feel so much lighter. I feel like myself. And then once I go back on birth control, my brain changes and is like, actually, do you think you can do this? Do you really want to do this? And it's like, it's so hard. Because every time I go off birth control for that week, on day 6, I change and I feel better about myself. And, you know, I feel like more energy. And when you're on birth control, you're always in your luteal phase. What I've done my research on, and if it's accurate, I don't know. But you're always in your luteal phase, and so you're always fatigued, you're always tired, you have more stress. And that's what I'm feeling. And that's what I'm feeling, and that's what I want to get rid of. I'm a little scared, I'm a little worried about my appointment tomorrow. I really want to do this. I really want to do this. So what I wrote down yesterday is my reasons to stop birth control. I'm curious how I feel without hormones. I want to learn more about my body and feel like myself and learn more about my cycle. I want to get rid of my brain fog, and I just feel fatigued all the time. And my current goals, I don't want to get pregnant right now. Probably want to wait for at least a couple years. We would like to buy a house first, settle down into a house, and then, maybe have kids. The economy and the world right now is crazy and it's scary. I want to go off hormonal birth control, but I don't want an IUD. I would like to just track my cycle on natural cycles with that wristband overnight, track my temperature and everything like that. Because, when your body temperature goes up, that means you're more fertile. Want to learn more about my body. I don't want to be on birth control. It's been good for, acne. It's been good for my cramps, and it's helped me with heavy periods. And that's pretty much it. So tomorrow's my appointment, and I'm a little bit nervous. But I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning. I did not sleep very well last night. I tossed and turned for most of the night, overthinking, anxious thoughts, just playing the conversation in my head over and over and over and over and over. I'm just grateful that it's today and I can get it over with. I'm tired. I've made it. Okay, we're doing this. Well, it's been 4 days since my appointment with my doctor. I just wanted to fill you in on what happened. I got there, signed myself in, all that kind of stuff. And, I get into the room and he comes in. And so, how can I help you today? And I was like, I want to talk about my birth control. I think it's been making me feel off. And he's like, okay, what's going on? And I was like, well, I have low libido, I have no energy, all that kind of stuff. And he's like, okay, well, what's your relationship like? What's your sex life like? All that kind of stuff. And I was like, it's all great. It's just I didn't say this, but I just have this gut feeling that I need to get off of it. And I was just talking about how I would like to learn more about my body and, just to get to know it more. And he's like, you have a good body. And I was like, thank you. I didn't know what to say to that. But he's like, we'll give it a try. We'll see. Because he was really pushing the IUD. And I was like, I don't feel comfortable with that. I don't want an IUD. And so the only other option is to really, track my cycle and know when I ovulate and all that kind of stuff. And that's what I want to do. I honestly don't know myself without hormonal birth control. I'm very proud of myself for sticking up for myself and knowing how I feel, getting there and doing this for myself. Because I'm a people pleaser, and I was almost on the edge of okay, let's do the IUD. But in the back of my mind, I was like, no, don't do that. You don't want it, so don't do it. And so I'm very proud of myself for sticking up for myself and trusting my body, trusting my brain. I'm going to be ordering natural cycles in a little bit. I've asked for one more pack of birth control just so that, you know, I can figure all my stuff out, get all the products that I need. My doctor said that it's going to take about 6 to 8 months for the birth control to be fully out of my body, but I could become fertile right away. Anyways, that was my appointment. A huge weight has just lifted off of me now that I've talked to my doctor. I'm just so proud of myself for sticking with my gut and just knowing what my body needed. Like, I need to get off birth control. I've been on it for almost 8 years now, and my body is like over it, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, we're just gonna test it out, see how my body feels. It's probably gonna be a bit, but I've told Steven that I'm gonna need his help a lot through this, and he is so supportive. I'm so lucky to have such an amazing partner in all of this. Yeah, I'm very, very lucky. My natural cycles came in. Let's do an unboxing. It's very simple. It's just the band and the little instructions manual and a charge cord. That's all it is. I have exactly 6 days until I stop my birth control and I start this form of birth control. It's so cute. Like, I'm so excited to learn about my body and all that kind of stuff. I'm so excited. I also bought a whole bunch of other products as well. But first, I just want to say how much this was. $104.99 for the first year with code Leah. It's 25% off. I don't know how long that promotion is going on. It is regular $139.99 a year. Because if you really put it into perspective, $139.99 a year is actually not that much. It's around $11 a month, which is not that bad, honestly. It's just a big upfront cost. I'm grateful to have the cheaper upfront cost for the first time, see if I like it or not. Now, the other things that I got, I talked about the LH strips in a couple clips ago. This is the brand that I got just from Amazon, super cheap. It was $13.64. There are 25 LH strips and then there are 10 of the pregnancy strips. I should start taking these on day 10 of my cycle. I can see when I kind of ovulate, but it's going to be a little bit difficult for the first probably 6 months because your body is getting back to its normal cycles, its normal hormones, getting rid of all the synthetic hormones. So we will see what happens there. That's why you got the natural cycles as well, because it will tell you exactly when you ovulate, which is really nice. So that's that. Then I got a bunch of period underwear. So I got some high absorbency ones because I don't know how my period is going to be after I stop. I don't know if it's going to be super heavy, super light. I got hip huggers. I've got high waist, another hip hugger, got a bikini one, and this is like half absorbency, a high waist, high absorbency, and then I got another bikini, and I've got a pair of these already, so I have 8 pairs altogether now. I really like them. All you have to do is wear them, rinse them, wash them in the machine, and air dry them. and wear them over and over and over again. They're Canadian made, which is kind of cool. They're 73% nylon, 27% elastane, so they're very nice and stretchy and comfortable and cooling. So these 7 pairs altogether was $124.32, which is really, really good. I saved $129.78. They were having like a buy one get one free or buy one get one half off. I can't remember the promo. It was a very good sale, and I was like, oh, I know it's a lot of money up front, but I think it's gonna save me a lot of stress. Now the last thing that I got is a Nixit all-in kit. It's a menstruation disc. Sorry, the wind is crazy today. They're like forecasting 90 to 100 kilometer winds. And it sounds like it. It sounds crazy outside. Try it, see, you know. Yeah, it's like this guy here. You like and put it up. Empowerment is in, embarrassment is out. Yes, this is pretty much what this video is about. It's about learning about our bodies and not being afraid to talk about it. Not being afraid to speak up and to know what you need. So yeah, you got this in the pack. It also comes with this menstrual cup cleanser and vaginal wash. I don't want to put anything up into my vagina, a cleaner or anything like that. I don't think your vagina needs it. It is a self-cleaning. You don't need anything up there. So I will just be using this for this guy. The next thing that came in it is menstrual cup wipes. If you take it out, need to wash it, you can just use this. Then it also came with condoms and lube. It also came with a tote bag, but I have that in my car right now. Yeah, these are latex. It's a natural rubber latex. I'm like a little concerned about latex, but it's something to try, see what happens. Yeah, and then the lube. Water-based personal lubrication. Yeah, so this would probably help put in the menstrual disc. Yeah, so these are just like vegan friendly, ultra thin, lubricated with pure silicone oil, free of parabens, spermicides, glycerin, added fragrances, or chemical irritants. This all together here was $109.65. Regular, this is $148.99, so I got a good discount. But right now there is a sale. It's $129.99. If you do sign up for Nixit, the company will give you a 10% off code, which is nice. So total of everything, it came to $352.60. I don't think that's bad. I'm excited. I am excited to go on this journey and learn about my body, and don't care about the cramps. I don't care about the heavy bleeding. I don't care about all of that. It's mostly about protecting myself from pregnancy. That's all I really care about, and that's why there's this, and this. It's a scary world out there, and I think I want to become a parent one day, but I don't think that time is soon. It's just a scary place right now, and I don't really want to bring kids into this. I've always wanted kids, and I feel like since being on birth control, it's really took that thought away from me. I want to empower myself. If I have a girl one day, I want to be able to teach her how to track her cycle and to empower herself that her period is not bad. It's good. I hate that it's like a period is so disgusting and gross and you shouldn't have it and la la la. No, like even my doctor, sorry, the video cut out there. Even my doctor's nurse or assistant was talking about like the IUD and how you don't get your period and how it's so nice. I don't want that. I want to have my period. And you know, being on birth control, you don't actually have a period. It's just a withdrawal bleed. It's very interesting how people see a period. And like, I really want to empower myself and learn about my period and my body and be able to teach that to my child one day, to show her that your period is not scary. It is empowering. It is what your body does. Yeah, I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I'm grateful that like now I'm married. I'm in a very stable relationship. I can do this for myself, and my partner, my husband, is very supportive of me doing this for myself, and he's okay with wearing condoms. Like it's very cool. And you know, once you ovulate, you don't have to wear condoms. It's just 5 days up to your ovulation, and about a day after you gotta watch. That's why you gotta figure out when you ovulate, and then the day after you don't have unprotected sex. You can get pregnant on your period if you ovulate right after. You have to be very, very careful because every woman ovulates at a different time, and you can even ovulate different times during your cycle. You can only ovulate once during your month cycle, but it can change, and that's why you really got to pay attention. And because sperm can stay in the reproductive system in the woman for up to 5 days. And so you have to be very careful about that. You need to be wearing protection in those times so that you don't get pregnant. Or if you do, there's always the morning after pill intake if you think that you've accidentally had unprotected sex close to your ovulation date. Yeah, anyways, I think I've done enough rambling. This has been a very rambly vlog. I might end it here. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Well, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!